afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. So in this video, I'm going to separate it to two sections. So the first section, I'm going to talk about the learning objectives. So let's get started. So the first objectives I'm saying is about having an internship in Bath can enhance my knowledge in Western culture and their daily lifestyle, routines or habits, and how do I meet them. So the first thought in my mind was going to many places as you've seen in the photos. I've been to a lot of different places so I can know about the culture or the place. So this photo right now was the Royal Croissant, which is quite famous. And besides, I go out of the Bath, I go to the Salisbury, the Stonehenge, which I probably think you know too. And in Bath, we also have the Roman Bath in here, and we also have the Fashion Museum. To be honest, throughout my internship, I really did learn about a lot about the culture in Bath. For example, they like to have afternoon tea a lot, as in the pictures I show about. And many of the hotels or even restaurants, they have afternoon tea selections. So people in Bath are usually having for a leisure experience. So which is quite I want to point about my hotel. So my hotel is not a business kind. It's a more luxury leisure. So people who come to our hotel, especially the guests, are wanted to be experienced in a luxury way and to know about the culture. So if I visit more places around Bath, I could like easy communicate with my customers and we will get along very well and they will have a very good experience. I can introduce like the Roman Bath, what Bath is famous for, the foremost bar, and etc. And this also can help in my career. So for the second objective, I'm going to talk about the specialization in food and beverage that I learned and experienced. So about what I learned. So I was being assigned to be a commie. So as a job of a commie, it was more like a back service area. So we stay in the back service position to have in position with running food and service, making teas and coffee, folding napkins, polishing, something like that. And for position of chef de rang, which I was planning to have a 3 months plan, like 3 months for commie and 3 months for chef de rang, which I was told when I first applied. So what's the chef de rang jobs? The chef de rang jobs is more like a front service. We greet the guests, seat the guests in the tables, and start taking food and orders and make sure everything is fine for them. So this is what mostly chef de rang does, and also including like set up the restaurants, hoover, vacuums, etc. To be honest, I would say like I learn more things by my observation, like how I observe people doing stuff. For example, I would compare myself to the others, like how can I do better, how can I be like the perfect ones, not the perfect ones, but the better examples. For example, one of my supervisor who is Eduardo, I think his job of doing things like step by step is very professional, which I learn a lot from him, and I observe like how did he do something like that. And because he really have a good communication with guests, he can get along with guests easily, so which I was still learning in the process. And for myself, I think that um, uh, there's a lot of bad experience in this hotel, but there's a lot of good ones too. But what I learned most was also like mental mind, like how to control your emotions, which I think it's really helpful for my future career because I have a mindset of how to being a better manager, so you can assign better jobs for the right person to do and not to like use them. I will further explain the other situation, like in the flirting part in section 2, my weakness or my greatness in the section 2. So for the last objectives, what about knowing the requirement of high standard food and beverage service for my future career? So although I didn't like have a mindset of being like a restaurant department, a food and beverage department in the future, but during this internship, um, our hotel, which is originally a 5-star hotel, has changed to a 5-star hotel during the AA inspector come. When the AA inspector come, our restaurant manager have assigned us to be clean of everything, and he even like have a model exam for everybody of us, like to know how to greet the guests. For example, for the room service, it's really important to set good morning, Mr. something or Miss something by their name instead of sir or madam, because this could give them a more interaction or more cozy feeling for them. So it is not like other hotel. And as I grown up, my parents also took me to many different places and living in many different hotels, and I also see the difference between the 4-star hotel and the 5-star hotel. Like it's really have a big difference of being greeting guests and service stuff. So I think I know quite well about the high standard of food and beverage service as being like in a hotel industry. For my strength, I think that it's about the responsibility and adaptability, because I feel like I'm a very responsible person, which in work it shows very much, especially comparing to other workers. I do a lot of stuff, I give a lot of effort, I'm very passionate about it. And for adaptability, I just get along with the workers very quickly, and I explored the city, the Bath myself, and being very independent. And I think I stand out from the other workers is about being responsible and being passionate, and also I have a fluent Mandarin that it's very great when many Chinese tourists come along and having afternoon teas. I can explain them in Chinese. And for my weakness, I think it's about my emotional, because as an internship, my attitude is very different from a worker's attitude, because for me, I would like to try a lot of new stuff, learn a lot of new things, but the place just don't allow me to, and sometimes I need to do stuff that is out of my position, which makes me very frustrated. So I would like to improve in my emotional, because it would really affect my work sometimes, because I will get feelings and I cried a lot, and I don't feel that is professional sometimes. About that, I do face some personal challenge, which is once I get an a big argument with the pastry chef, because he was accusing me that some mistake my colleagues done but not me. So I stand up for myself. I said that it's not my fault. Why did you said so? And we have a big argument, and I was crying afterwards. And after that, I realized that to prevent this happen again, I just don't need to care or take like a lot of emotional toward other people who don't care about their work, or who just always messing up and creating things, like creating trouble, like the troublemakers. So I learn about how to cope with this problem and how to solve this problem. Overall, I feel really grateful that I am hired by their hotel, and I get experienced it in this hotel so I can apply it in my future, and I know how to be the better manager to have a better standard and better management.